A young woman is pursued by three powerful men, but she loves only the bandit Ernani. Her forbidden love is doomed to end in sorrow at the sound of a trumpet. This is the story of Ernani. Thank you for joining us on Opera Avengers. I'm Alejandra Martinez, your guide to demystifying opera, an art form created by the people, for the people, and of the people. Today's podcast is brought to you by FreshBooks.com. Move your small business's accounting to the cloud with a free 30-day trial on www.gofreshbooks.com/opera. Additional support is brought by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/opera. Choose from over 180,000 titles to read on your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. As always, this podcast will include spoilers. In opera, there are so many nuances to absorb that knowing the story beforehand allows you to sit back and enjoy the performance without worrying about missing a subtitle or two. So think of our podcast as your cheat sheet and be free to enjoy every minute of high-flying opera. Hernani is a tragic opera in 4 acts, composed by Giuseppe Verdi to a libretto by longtime collaborator Francesco Maria Piave. Written in 1844, it is based on the drama by the same name by Victor Hugo. Verdi was drawn to Hugo's take on the struggle between love and honor, which features largely in his writing. He would later set another one of Hugo's stories with Rigoletto. We open deep in the Spanish mountains of Aragon. There, the famous bandit Ernani reveals that he is in love with the noblewoman Elvira, who is about to be married to her uncle Gomez da Silva. His band pledges to help him steal her away before the wedding. Meanwhile, in Silva's castle, Elvira receives wedding gifts from her fiancé. She secretly prays that Ernani will rescue her when a mysterious stranger appears in her quarters. It is not Ernani, but in fact King Carlos, disguised as a peasant, who has come to declare his own love for Elvira. She recognizes him, but rejects him gently. He is the king, after all, claiming that his love is a gift far too great for one such as herself. He continues to press and entreat, forcing himself on her. She grabs a dagger, and all seems lost. But then Ernani arrives. Ernani and Carlos immediately recognize each other. While King Carlos scorns Ernani as a low-life bandit, Ernani declares that it was in fact the king that caused him to lose his lands and station, forcing him to become a criminal. They prepare to fight when who should enter but Silva himself. Ernani is not discouraged, challenging both Carlos and Silva for Elvira. Just then, Silva's squire enters and immediately recognizes Carlos as the king. A shocked Silva apologizes to Carlos, and, in the confusion, Ernani whispers to Elvira to prepare herself to flee, vowing to return for her soon. He returns for her at the beginning of the 2nd act. This time, Hernani is the one who is disguised as a pilgrim seeking sanctuary from Silva, who unwittingly grants him safety. Ernani wastes no time in revealing himself to Elvira. She is so distraught over her upcoming marriage that she plans to kill herself at the altar. While they are speaking, Silva walks in and realizes that the pilgrim is actually Ernani in disguise. Despite his hatred of Ernani, Silva keeps his vow to give the man sanctuary. He knows that, by keeping his honor, Ernani will forever be indebted to him. Just then, King Carlos arrives and demands to know why Silva's castle is shuttered, as if he is protecting someone. He discovers Silva's gambit and kidnaps Elvira in an attempt to force Silva to give him Ernani. A frustrated Silva challenges Ernani to a duel, but Ernani suggests their energies would be better spent rescuing Elvira as a team. Silva agrees, and they prepare to rescue her from King Carlos. And that's the end of Act 2. Need to send invoices? Chart your expenses. Save it all to the cloud with FreshBooks. To try FreshBooks free for 30 days, just go to www.gofreshbooks.com/opera. Like reading, Audible.com is offering a free audiobook download in addition to a free 30-day trial to test out their library of 180,000 books. To download your free audiobook, go to www.audibletrial.com/opera. Again, that's audibletrial.com/opera for your free audiobook. the beginning of Act 3, we see King Carlos at the grave of the deceased Holy Roman Emperor Charlemagne. The election of the new Holy Roman Emperor is at hand, and he vows to repent and to change his ways forever if he is chosen. Meanwhile, Silva, Ernani, and his bandits are hiding by the grave and prepare to launch an assault on the king. They are quickly discovered, and King Carlos orders their execution. Hernani reveals his true name and title, Don Juan of Aragon, and Elvira begs for clemency. King Carlos, reflecting on his honor and his vow, agrees and gives Elvira and Hernani his blessing for their marriage. With their happy ending secured, Elvira and Hernani are married in Act 4. Thinking their troubles are behind them, Silva appears, accompanied by the sound of a trumpet call. He calls for Hernani to do his duty and to repay him for the shelter he gave him from King Carlos back in Act 2. He asks for a simple favor, that Hernani kill himself. While Hernani asks for just a moment to sip from the cup of love, Silva reminds him of his promise and his honor. Thus, Hernani dies in Elvira's arms, begging her to continue to live and to find a new love. Verdi and Piave's ending is slightly different from Victor Hugo's, in which both Hernani and Elvira kill themselves for their love. Nevertheless, this opera was immensely popular in its time and was the first complete opera to be completely recorded in 1904. Verdi was a master at setting the great works of literature to music, whether Shakespeare, Schiller, Hugo, and so many others. His soaring adaptations have secured his legacy as an opera composer for the ages. Until next month, I'm Alejandra Martinez. Thank you for listening. Opera Avengers is a production of the Great Lakes Light Opera, an organization based out of Cleveland, Ohio, dedicated to bringing opera and all local musical arts to everyone. Want to learn more? Visit us at greatlakeslightopera.com. Want to help out? Check our donation page or email us at megan@greatlakeslightopera.com. Oh, and let us know what you'd like to hear next.